What are angels? Are they intermediaries between God and humanoids, or are they something else altogether? On this episode of Speaking of Spirits, we're discussing angels.
Hi, this is Colleen with Speaking of Spirits, and thanks for joining us again this afternoon. And today we're doing Angels and Angel Hybrids, which I bet you didn't even know there was such a thing. Anyway, so I have with me my trusty sidekick, Tim.
Woo!
And Zach.
Hello.
And Carrie.
Hello.
And so Angels and Angel Hybrids. So Carrie, in your mind, are angels only from Christianity?
No.
So angels are not. They're found everywhere?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think, Tim? Angels purely Christian?
Purely Christian, no. But I feel like they're not defined well, like I feel about everything, I guess.
I agree with you on that.
Zach?
I like Tim's explanation a lot, that they're not purely Christian, but maybe that Christians have, really delved into it and have an explanation for them in their own texts.
Or
and
taken them like they've taken everything. No, that's just me. I went there. I went there.
They have a candle for that, don't worry.
They have a candle. It's cinnamon scent. No, what is it? This candle smells like Fireball. Not everybody's an alcoholic, Becky. That's called cinnamon. That's the best meme ever. Okay, so according to the CatholicCompany.com, angels are entirely spiritual beings. They don't have material bodies. They're neither male nor female, which I find interesting because I thought there was a lot of male angels and female angels and stuff that I've read. But I don't know. Catholics are saying no. They're neither he, she. They're it's. So, not sure.
They're part of that movement.
They're part of that movement. Angels have an intellect and will, just like humans. That I would agree. Well, okay, according to the movies that I've seen. Because
right.
They have an intellect and a will. So if there's an angel out there who's supposed to be my guardian, he's probably, or he, or she, or it shaking its head right now. I have absolutely zero belief in this.
Okay, so there's archangels.
But if you're a Christian, right?
Well, no, not necessarily. Apparently, you delve into the metaphysical world and that realm. People call upon Raphael for healing, Michael for strength.
Yeah, but those are Christian. Those are from Christianity. There weren't any of these things in the Celts world. It was gods.
You look back in history at the paintings and all of that. Not all of that.
That's
came
man's
from religion.
interpretation of the Bible.
But it's not. But it wasn't from any specific religion. People talked about seeing angels clear back, and people have experiences now where something happens and the person that was in front of them is not there.
Yeah, but how's that not just that Uncle Fred?
Yes, it could have been, but
well, see, that's what I'm saying.
But
I have not read anything. Of course, the Celts didn't have a really good written record, but things that were passed down, the Celts, the Vikings, the Nordics, all of that, they didn't have
they had
angels.
gods.
They had gods, right? Not angels.
So
with wings that came down from above with trumpets and all that.
Have you guys ever looked into images of biblically accurate angels?
Oh, fuck.
Like deeply biblical.
According to some guy's interpretation, that's what I'm saying. It's an interpretation.
Man, they are kind of interesting to look at, though. You know, you have like just eyes with wings and flaming balls of whatever.
This guy's doing shrooms when he's doing his artwork. So that's what I'm just saying. That, to me, this is where you get into that whole. You're either a Christian or you're not. You either believe in a Bible or you don't. And so it's a Christianity's interpretation or not. I don't know. I mean, I am very black and white on this. It's like you're either pre-Christianity or you're post-Christianity.
I think Christianity has done a good job of kind of putting definitions and interpretations of different paranormal manifestations into words, if that makes any sense. You know, because maybe what one Christian would define as an angel, another individual would just define as a spirit or a manifestation of something. You know, like I said, I think they're good at putting definitions and words to things and phenomenons.
Well, and I think that people who aren't Christian will use Raphael and Michael because that's what. Oh, I had Saint Christopher's the patron saint of animals or whatever,
right?
Or Francis or whoever it is. I don't know. Anyway, so they'll use it at their whim. If they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not Christian.
Right,
but,
you're saying that if they're not religious.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, not religious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's lots of religions that are pre-Christianity that's still used, like Jewish religion, whatever you want to say. They don't fit in that subcategory.
Do they have angels?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying, is angels date clear back, not just the Christianity.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that even Egyptians...
But is it a purely religious thing?
I think that's the definition. I think for angelic, like that word, it has to be associated with religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's where I'm going, and I'm just not expressing it the right way. I think it's religion took a lot of things that all of the Saint Bridget was Bridget the god. I mean, they took a lot of things in order to envelop the masses into Catholicism. They canonized all these gods.
Good old Saint Nick.
Right? Well, they did, because they're like, there's no way that you're going to get the pagan community over if we don't call them something else and say they're... Because in the ancient ways, gods were living. They were immortal and they could change from human to spirit, but they were also living and walked amongst people. They weren't some phenomenon that was from the sky.
Right.
You know, so in order to bring people into the masses or the fold of religion, they canonized them. And they said, okay, Bridget is now Saint Bridget. And all of these.
So my next question here then would be, have you ever watched that movie about what happened in Cokeville back in the 80s, early 80s? When that guy went and he had the bomb, he was going to blow up the Cokeville school. It's a very small town, very small school.
Okay.
And him and his girlfriend had these gas bombs tied to him and everything. And you need to watch that movie, but I lived in Soda Springs for a long time, so I actually met two people from Cokeville that actually went.
Cokeville here?
Cokeville, Wyoming.
Oh, okay.
Right over the border, right over past Montpelier. And the bomb ended up going off. But just before the bomb went off, the teachers had taped around because the guy was getting really nervous and sweating, and she was afraid it was going to go off. All the students and the teachers, they had squared off where the kids could not go. They had to stay out of his space. They all started praying at the same time. When the bomb went off, the only two people that got killed was the guy and the girl, the man and the woman. But there was an angel on the wall when they went back in the building. The image of an angel was on the wall in Cokeville. And that's a fact. They've got pictures of it. Okay.
But I do believe in the power of prayer.
Right.
I'm not religious, so I don't believe in the power of prayer to the God in the sky. Like
right.
this, I do believe in the power of manifestation of a thought.
So because they were all basically Christian based,
right? So they were praying to their God.
So they were praying. So then the image of an angel, because in their subconscious, that's what was there.
That's what I would.
They seen their ancestors. Some of the kids talk about their ancestors coming in and covering them.
Interesting.
You need to watch the movie. It's excellent.
Yeah, I don't. So I was raised in a Christian household. But Mormon. I don't. Yeah, no, I mean, my mom was Catholic and my dad was Christian. I absolutely ran from religion as fast as I could when I got old enough. I do believe in the merit of having faith in something. I do believe in that. I believe if you have faith in your God or your angels, whatever it is, that faith is what it's going to
pull you through.
Yeah.
I think religion has this way of elevating our thoughts and emotions, and then through that allowing us to sort of manifest our ideas. And that's a very powerful thing.
Yeah, the manifestation of that. Yeah, the power of prayer. I mean, it's said to have worked with people who are dying in a hospital, right? So yeah, I get it. The power of prayer is a very real thing. So in this, when you're talking about angels and angel hybrids, God created a complete hierarchy of angels, all together in one instant. See, this is where I fall apart with religion. Like he went poof, there's an idea. I have a really hard time with that. Angels are ordered into 9 choirs and are ranked according to their natural intelligence, far above human intelligence. Remember, this is from CatholicCompany.com. Okay. The highest angel rank the highest angel in rank of natural intelligence is Lucifer.
Okay.
We've all seen that show. He is really smart and really hot. Just saying, really, really hot. And with the British accent. Come on, I'm just saying.
My main takeaway was God makes good chicken.
Yeah.
From that show.
Yeah. I took away a lot from that show.
It was a cute show.
God dang it, he was good looking. Okay. Each individual angel has its own unique essence and is therefore a distinct species, as different from one another as trees, cows, and bees. Carrie's thinking.
That's weird.
So each angel is its own species. Why couldn't they just be individuals like we are? That's where
It's sort of like a classification. It sounds like of like a higher vibrational being, like just a being that can exist in that realm, but in different forms and different shapes, perhaps.
Well, he's saying CatholicCompany.com is saying each individual angel has its own unique essence and is therefore a distinct species. So each angel is a species. Wouldn't it make more sense that they're all a species?
Keep reading that. I want to. I'm like, okay. I'm going to have to go on this.
Yeah, this is really interesting. So angels have personalities that differ from one another, similar to humans. They are I would agree with if I believed in that. Yes. I mean, if I let myself go there in a weak moment, then yeah, I can say they're... I've just had such a hard time with this whole topic. Anyway, angels are infused with perfect knowledge of all created things, including human nature. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Angels do not know particular events to occur in history unless God wills the knowledge for a particular angel. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like they're completely... They have never heard of World War II. Angels do not know what graces God will give to certain humans. They can only infer it by observing the effects. See, I just have a hard time.
Now, some of that I'm not agreeing. I mean, that doesn't even make sense.
Each angel was created for a specific task or mission, of which they received instantaneous knowledge at the moment of their creation. I guess if you believe in angels, that kind of stands to reason that they're specialized, right? They have perfect knowledge of that task.
I don't think these guys were wearing the right slippers when they were writing down.
You don't think so?
No,
None
of this is making any sense.
Given that it's from CatholicCompany.com, it's probably a little bit swayed too.
Were they trying to sell postcards? Just curious.
All right, so they have this whole list here of like 25 things about angels. And, here's, okay. What you're familiar with, Carrie, is like the guardians.
Right.
Are they angels? Are they guardians? What's the difference? And to you?
So, to me and my perspective, so I know that our ancestors can protect us in certain cases and incidences, but I believe that there is also a higher, which guardian angels, spirit guides, whatever you want to call them. I think they're separate. I think there's 3. But
what do you say? What's 3?
Because I believe that we have spirit guides, we have our ancestors, and I do believe in angels. I believe not in the per se the way that we perceive them or the way that people draw them or different things like that, but I believe in that energy, the power of that energy. One, because of an experience that I had, and I truly believe that there's different realms, different, Tim, what is the word I'm looking for? Realms wasn't it? Different...
Vibrational planes?
That's a good way to put it, yes. Different vibrational levels.
I guess, and I don't mean to offend anybody with my thoughts. My thoughts are, I don't believe in, I'm not a religious person. I will never be.
But
I've had enough teaching and enough reading, and I've read many different books of the Bible and different Bibles and this and that and parts of the Quran, and I like the idea that there's probably angels out there.
Right.
I am never experienced anything on that kind of plane, so I don't know.
Okay.
So one day I'm probably going to get all smacked around by it, but you know what I'm saying? I don't.
Weird vibrations.
Yeah.
But with everything you believe in, I find it fascinating that is the one thing that you don't believe in, but you're associating it with religion is why you struggle with it.
Yes, that's why, because I've always struggled
because you're associating it with religion.
And I can't.
And religion is man-made.
Yes.
I mean, and that's why there's so many different religions.
I'm like, exactly.
2 men had an argument over what they believed, so they created a new religion.
Right, and another religion, and another religion.
Stories.
And that's why I don't put any stock into...
Right, but you know that there's our ancestors are on the other side. You know that there are spirits. You know that you believe in ETs. You believe in all of these things. But your belief system, what you're showing me here right now, is because angels are associated with religion. Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's me. That's me. Well, sorry.
Where I'm at is I do believe in the presence of like higher vibrational beings and elevated entities and whatnot. So like by association, I don't think I could say that I definitely don't believe in angels. I think that, in that realm where these things can exist, something you would define as an angel could certainly exist too.
So I've always only associated angels with religion.
Right. So take the religion out of it.
Because they're but in the ancient Celtic religions that I've always study,
right,
and I practice, there aren't angels.
Wisps. Wisps. Is that what they're called? Help me.
Oh my God! I'm like, is he having a fit over here? I have no idea what he's doing.
In Celtic religion, isn't it? Come back to this. We'll stick a pin in it. Please continue.
Now I'm laughing. He's putting me on the spot. He's got
to collect his thoughts.
Okay.
A little more.
No, I know what he's talking about now.
So so if you believe in angels, and there's archangels, right, which is the top angels or the most powerful angels that God created to capture people's attention and all. But they're Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. So, but again, that's religion. But
and one of my favorite Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Seriously?
Have you ever seen Constantine?
Yes.
Okay. So
I liked it because Kiefer's hot. Okay, just saying. I watch this stuff only because of the actors.
Constantine was an angel.
Yeah, I know. In the movie. I know.
And he smoked and he drank and he was more
Now,
human.
that's my kind of guy.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. But I'm just... I just struggle with this. Anyway, okay, so let me pretend I believe in all this. So Michael is like the holiest of the angels, right? Fights evils, proclaims the truth. Oh, what was the movie that was out in the desert? That one was good. With the dude who was married to Meg Ryan. See, I know Hollywood.
City of Angels? No, that was...
No, it was the diner and the gas station out in the desert when the world ended.
That was Constantine.
No.
I'm not very in Hollywood, sorry.
No, who's the guy who was married to Meg Ryan?
I thought she was lesbian. I don't
Oh
know.
my God! Oh God! I have to take my phone anyway. Never mind. So that's what happens on these podcasts. We go down tunnels. Okay, Gabriel was God's most important announcements to humans, helps people understand God's message and apply them and lives well. Raphael is a healer. Now Raphael is going to be a healer, but a witch is bad. That's when that's where I part way with religion, because witchcraft isn't always bad.
Witchcraft is earth-based religion.
I know.
The same as shamanism. It's the same thing.
Exactly. Okay. So we have the 4 leading angels. And people have grouped them into 4 elements. Did you know that? So believers that
Which people? Are they the Catholic people again?
I have no idea.
Or the witch people.
This could be the witch people.
Okay.
Or the witch people.
The people. All right,
So-
people.
So, well, in witchcraft, it's not just 4 elements. But anyway, I'm just saying. So there's 4 leading angels that correspond to north, south, east, west, or air, fire, water, and earth, right?
So we're spirit.
So Michael is south and fire, is what they say.
Huh.
But, okay, I'm just saying this is what this said, because that's not what it is.
I'm going to go on to this Catholic thing, and I'm going to, ask a whole bunch of questions.
Oh, boy. Okay, she's all fired up. As the angel of fire, Michael sparks a desire in people. See how they did that? It was pretty fun, huh? They sparks a desire in people to discover spiritual truth and pursue closer relationships with God. I thought that was supposed to be Gabriel, but whatever. He also helps people burn sins out of their lives. See, fire. They're really clever with that. He works to protect them from evil. Michael empowers people to let go of fear and live with the passion and being on fire with the love of God. Okay, okay. Gabriel represents the west and water. As the angel of water, Gabriel inspires people to be receptive of God's messages. So this is the whole thing. Raphael is east air, free their burdens. And Uriel is north and earth. God's wisdom gives them down-to-earth solution to their problems. They're really clever. Whoever wrote this stuff's really clever. So, okay, then there's also colors associated with these archangels. You believe in that?
I know that there's... Well, you look at... So Raphael is the healer, so he's associated with the color green.
Yep, says that.
And so when you are fighting disease or something like that, or needing emotional healing, you can call upon Raphael and envision the green light or whatever it is that you need to coming up through you to give you that healing.
So would Raphael come to somebody who's not a believer in religion?
If you called to him, yes.
I have an experience to relate to this, actually. I remember once I was on a family vacation. It was 2 or 3 years ago. And late at night, I woke up. I was in a pitch black room sleeping. And I saw a green beam of light just kind of towards me. And then I felt a pair of arms wrap themselves around me. At this point, I got up and started to bounce around screaming because what the hell is going on? And at that point, I kind of snapped out of it. Now, you could define that, like we were talking about one of the last episodes, as a hypnagogic hallucination.
All right.
I looked into it afterwards. You could also define this as being, sort of visited by an angel. So, I don't know. definitions vary, and I'm not sure exactly what happened with this particular experience with me or what I saw. But you could certainly define it as, like you were talking about, a beam of green light being visited. And
I just had a thought.
And this was a strange time for me, too. You could say that I was in need of emotional healing.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. So, who's to say?
Okay.
I can't say, but who's to say?
I just blew my mind. Okay.
Welcome to my world.
Okay.
It's fun to be here.
If religion grabbed all of the gods and canonized them and did whatever they did with them to bring people into religion, did the angels exist before religion and religion grabbed them?
Well, that's basically what religion is, right?
No.
The basis of something before?
Yeah, but they boil it down to, like, some god. Like a god. There's one god, right? But did the angels... Well, yeah, but modern religion does. Modern religion does, right? That's why I still choose to... Right? Because the Celts had many gods. The Vikings had many gods, right? The Indians had many gods. So... if these angels, I could get totally on board with these angels if they were around before the
God.
Christian God.
Well, it's
Before
like I was
Jesus.
talking about
Before-
earlier.
yes.
I think a lot of religion is kind of taking things that already exist, paranormal
So
or
what if they
metaphysical
turned
concepts.
some of those gods into the angels
Mhm.
in their religion?
It-
Because,
Religion is a great way to define already existing things.
do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could totally get on board with this, Raphael, if you were around before then. Because that's where I parted ways with it. Is because...
Well, Zach and I are wearing green shorts. So maybe that's your sign.
Hey, we matched today a little bit. Look at that.
Well,
I want a
because...
green shirt.
Hey, see, now I'm not wearing any green, and that's why I'm not on board with this. Right there. So I'm just, it's kind of funny. So I have this really good friend in Texas, and she and her husband are very into the church, and he's a minister and all that. So every conversation's all about God and feeling close. And she's like, "You're drinking right now, right?" I'm like, "Yep," because it's so hard for me to I'm supportive and I love him, but it's so hard for me to.
Right, but that's just like there's people that don't believe what we believe. People think we're crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Probably more than not.
Well, people are waking up. People are starting to go on their own journey and finding their own truth. Mm-hmm. And more people are walking away from religion.
So let's talk a little bit about these hybrids. So, did you read anything on these hybrids?
My mom just bought one. It's actually kind of nice, quiet.
Oh, I drive one of those. Great gas mileage.
With the $26,000 battery.
Yeah, that's the one.
Uh-huh. Okay, so...
She didn't get an electric car, did she?
She bought a Toyota Venza.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's totally hybrid. Okay, so people have classified... I'm sorry, that's the chair, not me. Let me do that again. See, that's the chair. That's
the
awesome.
chair in air quotes.
Can I do it again? Okay. That's fun. And that there's... They believe angels are light workers. So, yeah, I know, Carrie's rolling her head. Like, well, yeah, whatever. But anyway, so they call them... Light workers are people who feel in their souls a divine global mission to help the world through love, education, higher consciousness, and healing.
And raising the vibration.
I like that, but then I see, this is my dad, okay? Don't hate me for this, really. I hear my dad in my head going, nothing but hippies. I don't know. It's funny because you're not a hippie, Carrie.
No.
So you're sorry. But anyway, that's my dad. I hear my dad always, like he'd see a guy with long hair. Why did he cut his hair? I'm like, Dad, because he likes his hair long. I'm like, damn. I mean, he's of that generation, right? Light workers. So, okay, light workers are those who advocate for love and light and planetary well-being. Okay. sometimes a lot of this makes my eyes roll back in my head, but some of it I can get on board with. I guess that's why I stay away from people, because it's like, yeah. Anyway, so I do believe in light workers. I do believe in raising the vibration of people. I do believe in what you think you manifest. And, right?
Yes.
But I also know that people will drag you down to the depths of hell. So that's why I choose to stay away from them.
If they're still in their own ego and dark place, yes.
Yeah. So I tend to I try to stay away from people because I don't want to be dragged down there. I've been there.
Right.
Light workers who have come to Earth as incarnated angels may have distinct characteristics such as heart-shaped faces and light or blonde-colored hair. I don't know where they get this. Anyway. And they tend to be calm, patient, and prudent with respect to obeying rules and regulations. Wow. So that goes against kind of some of the archangel theory that I...
Right. Plus, we're born with free will.
Yeah. So,
I also don't associate compliancy necessarily with, like, being a good person, you know. Sometimes I think being a good person means breaking rules to do the right thing. So that definition to me doesn't always feel...
True.
Yeah. And they're saying that if you know that if you meet somebody who's an incarnated angel, they have collections of angel memorabilia, like statues and jewelry and books. They seek jobs in the service professions like counselors, teachers, and nurses. They apologize often and attract codependent relationships.
Well, I do those last few things.
Oh. Apologize and attract codependent? Oh, no.
I was about to say, maybe I'm one, because, yeah.
So you read this stuff, and it gets really out there.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Like, if you have a pixie haircut, it's because you're a pixie. I'm like, what?
Or
I had a
maybe you
pixie
just,
because
like...
my mom had the crappiest haircut for me ever when I was in, like, kindergarten. Okay? I had a pixie haircut. And that pixies are supposed to have fiery personalities. Whatever. You know, sometimes the rabbit trails we go through just to amuse you guys. Yeah.
And you can see the fire coming out of her eyes right now.
Yeah, right. So so they call those incarnated elementals.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe in elementals. So.
I do too.
So. You believe in elementals, but not angels.
I know. She's going, oh my God. I know.
Well, I think the whole holdup is religion.
It is.
Serious.
It's just, if they were around before religion, I'm totally on board. Just saying. Totally. Incarnated elementals often have an affinity for nature, environmentalism, and the outdoors. With their addictive tendencies, they may enjoy alcoholic beverages. This is so me! Oh my God!
The last part's really coming into play here.
An ideal for an incarnated elemental would be a comedian, actor, and musician. You. I'm just saying, all of this is me. I am actually, as much as I don't like environmentalists, I am an environmental scientist. So yes.
Yeah. I
do. I just said that and I just pissed off half the... Okay. Look, I do believe that environmentalists have a place, but stop tying the hands of agencies that are trying to clean things up. Just saying. Okay.
Well, and on top of it, you never get something for nothing.
Right.
Ever. And you have to weigh, like, long-term things and risk. And, like, just the oblivion that people have with that. Is mind-boggling.
Yes. Just saying. And, okay. Anyway, I'm not going there because that's a different podcast. Then there's an Earth Angel realm called Star People. Did you know that? Okay. Star People originally came from other planets and galaxies, but have incarnated on Earth with a mission to spread kindness.
Oh, I've heard of these.
Starseeds.
Yeah.
Indigo
children.
Oh, indigos.
Yeah.
Now I
I've heard a few different words to define these.
Okay.
Indigo, starseed, yeah.
I do know an indigo, but she's cray. Physical characteristics of star people include exotic, almond, or inverted U-shaped eyes.
What?
I know, Tim and I just
Can
looked
you
at
read
the
that one
ceiling
more
like,
time?
what?
And you could really like go down a lot of different
Exotic,
areas
almond,
with this
or
one.
inverted U-shaped eyes. Wouldn't that be an N?
Sure, yeah. We'll take two
There
of those.
are people
Isn't
that
an
also go
inverted
as
U
far
an
as
N?
to identify
Oh my
different planets and galactic cultures that they've come from when they define themselves as
Okay.
one of these.
Oh, God,
Are those
my eyes
pronouns? I don't think we're supposed to use
eyes
pronouns
hurt on
anymore.
this, okay? Males may be tall and have a thin frame. Interests of star people include, this is like a dating profile, UFOs, technology, and electronic devices, as Tim's looking at his phone. They may have a rainbow aura and often work as an energy healer. Do you have upside down U eyes? Carrie? Okay, here's the Earth Angel realm, they'll call the Wise Ones, of which I'm not. The realm of the Wise One includes humans who were practitioners such as shaman, witches, wizards, and high priestesses.
It's about the only thing they've said right so far.
Yeah, they feel a connection to Earth-based religions. That's me. Profoundly wise, totally not, but maybe you, huh? Highly intuitive, and they tend to have a solemn and serious demeanor, which is me 99% of the time. When I'm around you guys, I'm
Yeah,
serious,
it's
but
different.
Yeah.
It depends on who you're around.
Yeah. As an honor to their true lineage, they may desire to wear Renaissance or goddess-like garb. Oh, God, if I could afford it. Wise ones enjoy dragons, wizards, and mythical eras like Atlantis, Avalon, and Lemuria. Lemuria, not so on board with, but okay, the rest. You're an Lemuriite?
I don't
She
even know
totally
what that
is.
word
She
is.
won't say anything.
Hold on, what's that word?
Lemuria.
Lemurian.
What is that?
It's a. You have to look it up.
Okay.
Where have you been?
I know. Mitsubishi.
Looking for a picture that I can't find.
You know what Atlantis
He's
is, right?
still on the last.
You know what the Pleiades?
Right.
I mean, you know all that, but you don't know Lemuria.
Lemuria. So allegedly, Mount Shasta is where the Lemuria come and go. It's their portal.
Yep. Over by the redwoods.
There's also mushrooms that grow out on that mountain. Just saying. Okay.
Next road trip, Mount Shasta.
Mount Shasta, I'm telling you. There's some weird shit goes on over there at Mount Shasta.
Yes, there is.
It's right next to Weed, California, just so you know. Really is, truly. If light workers feel that they don't fit into one of the other Earth Angel realms, they may possibly be a hybrid shapeshifter or evolving soul. Hybrid realms include blended mystical angels, which are half wise and half incarnated angel, and starmers, half star person, half mer person.
See, and I believe that we're all here to learn lessons.
Yeah.
I mean, so what they're saying, we're all here on the same mission.
So, just some of this stuff just is so whacked out to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I wonder why I've never heard of Lemuria.
I wonder why too.
Oh,
But
I
that just
know.
blows my
It's
mind.
Like, it does blow my mind because Mount Shasta is like the headquarters in Lemuria.
Yeah?
Yeah, totally.
Have their own LLC and everything?
They do.
Oh, gosh. So this whole time I've been trying to look for a picture.
Okay, so let's talk about
Did you find
this this hybrid. Nephilim. It's an angel-human hybrid.
I read about these earlier.
Yeah.
I found it pretty interesting.
Yeah. So they're giants. So Nephil means to fall or the fallen ones. But this does not diminish their size because they're supposed to be giants.
Well, you know that they found giants.
The skeletal remains of, yes.
Yes.
So also people said that they were evil. Totally evil. But we don't know.
People fear what they don't understand.
True.
So anything that they don't understand, they call evil.
So there's a Hebrew word for them too. It's called Gibbor, Gibbowr. So it means strong and mighty. So it gives us the sense that the Nephilim were very powerful beings and were much stronger than men. They existed prior to the flood, so I'm assuming they mean the biblical one. and also afterwards. So the Hebrew...
Well, that can be argued.
What?
The flood?
After the flood. Because some folks say that when Joshua was the leader after Moses, the Israelites, and God demanded that they destroy the Canaanites.
Mm-hmm.
Some people argue that the Canaanites were giants. Because in a lot of portions in the Bible, it says that we are grasshoppers to these people. Something like that. So, big dudes.
I would take that as meaning we're many. But...
Well, the Israelites were pretty average folk.
Oh, they were?
Yeah,
Okay.
5-footers. You know?
So in the book of Numbers, it gives an excellent description of the Nephilim. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers. That's what you were talking about. And so we were in their sight. Gosh, you know?
Tell you what.
I know you're pretty good.
Well, sometimes. Yeah. When I'm not looking for pictures.
So, yeah, and Moses sent them out to spy in the land of the Canaan.
Hey!
And these spies were sent out by Moses.
Tell you what.
So, who were the Nephilim? Where did they come from? So, why did God need to destroy the inhabitants of earth, including the animals, blah, blah, blah? I don't know if they were, so there's some word that they're fallen angels who followed Lucifer into the rebellion against God. Yeah. So, they called him the son, I don't know. So there's also all of this, if you go online and you start looking at this Nephilim, there's a lot of people say, it's all BS. It's not true. But then there's parts of it in the Bible that described it. But again, Bible's written by man. Don't know.
Right.
You know, I have it. But they did father children by the daughters of Adam, which they bred with human women. So there's this unholy union byproduct rolling around the earth, I guess, of the Nephilim. I don't know. Do you think the Nephilim's real? Do you think they were real? I don't know.
Well, they found giants. I mean, I would say when you got bone artifact that, yeah, there was something.
I think with archaeological evidence, I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah.
So here's the real question.
Uh-oh.
If there's archaeological evidence of the Nephilim, again, one too many syllables for me. Yeah. Do you now believe in angels?
As he's staring at me. Because I don't know when angels came around. Like, if they were pre-religion, then yeah, I would believe in them.
What about the Nephilim fellas?
Well, that seems to be another religion-based thing.
But if they have bone and science tubes and stuff, and all of a sudden they say, "Hey,
science tubes,"
yeah, that's right. They spin around in thingies real fast.
Oh, those.
Yeah, I've watched those TV shows. I'm onto that scientist jazz.
Yeah, okay, so I think physical evidence says that there's something, right? Then yeah, I mean that's why I don't believe in Bigfoot, because we haven't found any physical evidence. But yes.
You do believe in Chewbacca.
I believe in Chewbacca.
We established this, right?
Come on.
So, yeah. So because I think you'd have to go back and look. Were humans just really ridiculously large at one time, and then were we small and got large and got small and got large again? You know what I mean? Because there is a cycle to that. Mm-hmm. Because we have gotten tall and shrunk and gotten tall and shrunk through the ages. But I do recall reading in National Geographic's one publication that if there was a Bigfoot would be in. Okay, I have read National Geographic a lot, and they have these bones. I've seen the bones. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah. Well, and they also had elongated skulls, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So, human or space hybrid.
Venzas.
What? Is that a car?
There you go.
So, I don't know. Okay, so for people who believe in religion, they absolutely believe in angels. I think that's a absolute. For people who don't believe in religion, Christianity-based religions, then, or religion, then, I don't know. I struggle with the angels being a product of religion.
Leave your feedback. Leave your comments on what you guys believe.
Yeah, I would like to hear that. I think it's probably a pretty big mix right now because I think people have strayed away from religion and into other spiritualities. So I'd like to hear what the people say.
Yeah, I'd like to hear stories and experiences from people maybe who have experienced what they would define as a visit from an angel.
And what they would define. See, and I think that's the problem
Yeah.
with just about everything that we cover is there's not a lot of definitions. Is the definition for the angel the religious part? Because
Right.
we all believe in some sort of protector in whatever in our own lives, right?
Yeah.
So is the angel thing just the religious part of it? And it's a definition and because it's religious and it
Well,
felt good?
maybe there wasn't a definition before then.
Yeah.
Maybe they've always existed as some kind of protector or guardian or guiding force, and religion gave them the name.
Yeah. So, and that's the picture I've been trying to find and I can't find. I'm going to have to contact my neighbor again. But I just found out that he passed away a couple minutes ago.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah, I asked for the picture and all of a sudden he's not here.
Oh no.
Well,
But that picture was awesome. So I guess I bring this up every podcast too, but there's a big fire behind my house.
Yep.
And one of my favorite things that happened from there is my neighbor took a picture of my house. And this house, there's no reason why this house should be here.
Nope.
At all. And in this picture, there's this object, whatever you want to say, some sort of manifestation, I guess is the definition we'll give it, but kind of an angelic one. Like there's a lot of power and a lot of glowing, and it's right over this house, and it's pushing the air that way. And it's crazy. I wish I could find it. And my neighbor's like, I took this. And it's great. And so I have always placed it as my grandpa. Because my grandpa was really connected to this place. And like the things that happened right after the fire, it seems like he knew there's events that needed to happen here. And all of a sudden he was given the power, I guess, or whatever, however you want to define that. And the fire was moved. And I knew the firefighters that did this fire. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to them, and they said, we saw your truck leave. So, like, we went down by my house. They came up, and they did a wall of water. And they said right when they turned the wall of water on, wind changed. And so there's wall of water. Right then, the wind changed, and all of a sudden the fire was going over the hill. They cleaned up their stuff as fast as they could to get on the other side of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was right about the time the picture was taken. So you could see the fire truck. You could see that in the sky, and you could see the wind change, like right in that picture. It's the craziest thing. So I guess it depends on perspective as how you would define that being there. Mm-hmm. And do we all have our own definitions for it? Or was it that something? Does definition matter? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Because at that point, it was an action.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, and I guess that's the way I've never thought about angels being real. I've just thought about ancestors.
Yeah.
I've never thought it was Gabriel watching over me or whatever. I thought it was just ancestors or, people I was close to who passed or whatever. Yeah. Or just light or energy, not some force with wings that came down with the trumpet.
Well, but I think that's the generic picture of them. I don't know that that's necessarily the real picture of them either. That's the symbolic picture.
Mm-hmm.
But just like there's, I mean, you look at a lot of the gods and goddesses of what people make of the, statues and different things like that, is that actually what they look like? Or is that our interpretation of what was left behind, their energy and the writings that we did find on them?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys have changed in my ways. So maybe, I don't know. Still not there completely on board, but
No,
I'll give it some thought.
hey, we've all got a right to our own opinions.
Yeah, no, I think it's cool, and I think that's what makes all these topics so interesting, is that everybody has a different perspective and take on them. And like Zach said, I'd love to hear other stories. Like, did you have an interaction with somebody that you believe, or something that you believe was an angel? My mom absolutely believed in him, and she was a Wiccan, but she was raised Catholic.
Right.
So, I don't know. Interesting.
So
I don't know. So, anyway, this has been a topic on angels and angel hybrids, and glad that you joined us. And until next time, this is Speaking of Spirits signing off.